I'm so tired. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I just drove up to New Haven because I'm going to be on TV. I'm doing a live segment about things that everyone should have at college. So I've never actually done live TV like this. Actually, don't think I've ever done any sort of news thing. I did a live Facebook video with Lily, and that's the only live thing I think I've ever done besides like an in-person event. So I'm a little bit nervous. When the producer reached out to me, I said yes right away, and then spent like the next couple weeks freaking out about it, and finally like fully committed this week. I just am really nervous. Also very tired. I could literally take a nap in the car. Okay, so it's not even quite 7 yet, and I go on at 7:45. But I think I'm gonna be able to get a clip. I'm gonna see if I can record anything while I'm in there. I think I'm gonna be way too nervous, but we'll see. Maybe I can set the camera up on a table. Okay, before I get going back on the road, that was so much fun. I thought it would be really nervous, but the good thing was I got there really early, so I was sitting there and I watched two other girls do their segment first, and they were on these like Kangoo boots is I think what they call it, and these like jumpy workout boot things. So watching them, I was like, well, I'm really glad I'm not on TV in those boots. And then I set up my little table, and that's when I started getting a little bit nervous. But then I sat down and they're like, okay, we're gonna count to 10. You're gonna wave to the camera for like the little intro bit, like before the commercial break. And then there'll be a 2-minute commercial break, and then your segment will start. And those 2 minutes, I don't think I've ever had time go by that fast. All of a sudden the anchor, Steph, who did the segment with me, sat down and she's like, okay, how do you say your last name? And like, we're just gonna get started. Don't worry, it'll be great. And then they started counting down, and then it was just on, and I feel like my whole brain went completely blank. And I actually hadn't practiced any of the speaking points besides just running through it in my head a couple of times, because I didn't want to sound like scripted, because that's one of my biggest challenges doing live stuff, is that sometimes if I know what I'm gonna say, I come across very scripted. So I was like, I just want it to be like a conversation. I'm not gonna overthink this. And it actually went pretty well. I just pretended like I was on the Today Show or something, doing a little morning thing. And I feel like I've watched the news enough to know how it goes. But whew, I'm relieved it's over. I'm excited to go home and take a nap, and I desperately need to go get some coffee, because I had to bring my coffee maker. So I didn't make coffee this morning, and I went to McDonald's. I drove through to get a coffee, and it just didn't taste good this morning. So I only had like a couple of sips before I got going. So I'm going to get coffee, going to go home, walk the dogs again, and then probably gonna go take a nap. Whew.
So let's talk about some of the things that, you know, people just don't think about when they're packing for school.
Of course, so the first thing I always recommend students pack, and this goes for boys and girls, is to bring a great business suit. So you never know when a class presentation is going to come up and you're going to need like a great set of heels and a tailored suit, or if you have an amazing opportunity for an internship, you want to have that suit tucked